Lunch and Learns. This was a little bit different. As you can see, we got a little different tech setup here, but the same content, or even better content. I'm excited today because in a few minutes, Laura is going to share something that's going to be vital for your business. So I talked about today being around e-com, and we gave a shout out to the Shopify store owners because this is going to be vital to you. One of the things that I've learned over years of building business and helping other entrepreneurs is that customer service is not an expense. Customer service is not a pain. Customer service is not something that you should dread to do. When used correctly, customer service is one of your top sales channels. It is a opportunity for you to upsell and cross-sell. It is a opportunity for you to engage in customer retention. It's an opportunity for you to expand the customer lifetime value. And when I ran across this company, right, as soon as I heard about them, I said, wow, like I saw the actual value in it. That was the first thing. When I ran across them, I said, okay, I think this is the perfect thing to share with the audience. Number two, the second thing I did is I went into our TSP Mastermind group and said, hey, has anybody heard of this company, Gorgias? And boom, boom, down the line. Everybody's like, yes, yes, yes. I use them. Yesterday, one of our collaborative members, as I was talking about today's training, on a collaborative is Dino Cummins from Curl Kit. Said we've been using them for 3 years, right? Curl Kit, multi-million-dollar business. We use it for 3 years and we love them. So y'all are in good hands today. Let me share with you who we have real quick. Laura Corbett manages commercial partnerships for Gorgias. Prior to joining there, she worked with Major League Baseball and National Hockey League to scale luxury seating memberships and bring unforgettable fan experiences to her clients. She's passionate about e-commerce and helping brands grow through exceptional customer support. And you're going to be learning today about the #1 help desk for e-commerce, Gorgias. It transforms your customer support from painful to exceptional. Is anybody right now feel like your customer service and customer support experience is painful? Let me know in the chat. Over 8,000 merchants manage all of their customer service in a unified platform integrated with Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento, and their favorite apps. Developed with automation and monetization at its core, Gorgias builds your brand with each customer interaction. And I tell you, what you're about to see is about to blow you away. So Laura, I'll let you kind of take it from here. I'll jump back in later. But again, thank you for sharing this and going through this with our TSP community. We appreciate you.
Thanks so much, Lamar. I'm going to go ahead and get my presentation back up here. But yeah, really excited. Thank you for putting this together. Really excited to chat with the traffic sales and profit community today. As Lamar said, we have a quick customer support workshop for you guys. And it's really going to focus on turning customer support into a profit center for you guys. And what that's going to entail is focusing on how can we make the customer support exceptional. So again, just a quick introduction about myself. As Lamar said, I am a commercial partner manager here at Gorgias. What that means is I get to work with a lot of our amazing partners like Lamar, and through our partnerships, really our ultimate goal is to scale e-commerce brands through exceptional customer support. I joined Gorgias a little over 1.5 years ago now, and prior to that, I was working for various sports teams in the NHL and the MLB. And what I really loved about those jobs and what really translates super well over to why I love working at Gorgias too, is just the focus on creating memorable and personalized experiences for the sports teams. And in that case, it was for the fans. And then here at Gorgias, I get to help e-commerce brands do the same thing for their customers. Some background about Gorgias: we are the #1 help desk for e-commerce. And what that means is we're pretty different than any other help desk out there, being that we solely focus all the features we have, integrations we build are going to be tailored to helping direct to consumer brands selling online. So we're really niche to that space, and even more so to the Shopify space. So for all you Shopify users out there, Gorgias is the help desk built for Shopify. We have nearly 8,000 customers all around the world, and 95%, if not more of them, are on Shopify. We have the strongest integration out there with that e-commerce platform, and even Shopify is one of our main investors here at Gorgias too. So with us working with 8,000 customers around the world, that really translates into over 25,000 customer support agents are using Gorgias daily. And that means that we are impacting the customer experience for over 100 million people around the world. So I'll show you guys how we're able to do that. And I'll also offer some quick tips for you guys that maybe are using Gorgias right now, what you can implement to really bring your customer experience to the next level, as well as if you're interested in getting started on Gorgias, what you can expect. And then I do like to share like some examples of brands that we are currently working with. You guys probably recognize some of these. It is worth noting though that because we are so niche to the, the e-commerce space, the Shopify space, while we work with brands like Steve Madden and Netflix, who just launched their merch shop earlier this year, we can really help brands of any size. So we're also working with startup entrepreneurs, people that are managing customer support, but they also are probably wearing a lot of other hats too in their business, and they don't have all day long to respond to where's my order questions. Gorgias is going to make customer support more efficient for them so that they save time and they can focus on other functions of the business, or ideally they can focus more on pre-sale conversations and converting people. So if you're not familiar with Gorgias, or even not familiar with what a help desk is in general, I'm here to help. What we do here is we plug into all of your support channels. And why that's important is because as an e-commerce brand, it's best practice for you guys to be on as many channels as possible. You want to be everywhere where your customers are, and email and phone are no longer cutting it. You also need to be on social media. So you need to be on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You need a live chat on your website. You need to be available, via SMS. SMS is huge right now. So the challenge there, where that can become painful, while that is super important, is managing those responses across all of those channels. Rather than, having a million tabs open and, constantly switching between all these tools, we are plugging into all these channels seamlessly and bringing every conversation you're having with customers to one place so that you can respond back to them super quickly. And we'll go into more detail on why those super quick responses are going to be so important. So I would love to hear from you guys. If you fall within this 79%, I know I sure do. There's so much competition out there. So it's no surprise, if you have a poor customer experience, 79% of consumers are likely to go with a competitor. It's just a quick Google search away to find an alternative if they're not getting a great customer experience, if they're not getting responsiveness from your brand. So what leads to that 79% of consumers leaving? These are some of the really painful things that consumers face on a daily basis when they are purchasing from e-commerce brands. First and foremost, it's long first response times and resolution times. So on average, consumers are waiting more than 12 hours just to get an initial response from a brand. If we're talking about a pre-sale conversation, that is so much time for them to look into alternatives online, find one of your competitors who's maybe much more responsive, and purchase from them. If we're talking a post-sale conversation, someone has a question about shipping and they're not getting a response from your brand, that's a really poor customer experience, and it's going to make them less likely to purchase from you in the future. It's really going to hurt that retention number with your customers as well. Another painful point is just a lack of personalization, a lack of high quality support. To us, high quality support is personalization at scale. So not just sending out, I'm sure we've all got them. Let me know in the chat if you have too, but you reach out to a brand, you have a question, and you just get a generic auto response back. And it's not really answering your question, and you still need help, and then you have to reach out again. So being able to respond back to customers really quickly, but with personalized responses, really feeling like the brand knows who you are, especially if you've purchased from this brand multiple times in the past, is going to be key. And then lastly, this kind of ties into, knowing who the customer is as soon as they message in. Nobody likes, every time they message into a brand, maybe it's one of their favorite brands, but nobody likes having to repeat themselves so many different times. Every time they reach out, maybe it's about the same issue, having to constantly repeat what their issue is. So having a really great look omni-channel view of who that customer is every time you've ever messaged them on any other channel before, as well as all their previous orders with you, is going to help you provide a really well-rounded, great customer experience for them. And this is how we measure customer experience at Gorgias. So we have 5 levels of support here, with 5 being the best, really what you want to really strive to as a e-commerce brand, and with 1 being really just kind of like starting off beginner. This is really you're really jumping off point, and you want to work towards improving to this Amazon level of customer support, which ideally that you are responding to in under 10 minutes, which isn't easy, because again, a lot of brands we work with, their person doing customer support is also doing a million other things. So responding to all the customers in under 10 minutes is going to be super difficult. So we have some tips and best practices in place for you guys, and I will be happy to get furthermore into those. But I just wanted to show you our engagement model that we've built to really measure these 5 levels of support and really give you some insight on how we are rating customer support, with first response time and resolution time really being key to providing that level 5 quality of support. So how does Gorgias specifically help merchants reach exceptional levels of customer support? My first tip for you guys is just making a lot of the customer's support inquiries, translating that into self-service. So a lot of brands out there may feel like a customer would rather call in and speak to a human. I don't know about you guys, let me know in the chat, but like when I have a customer support issue, like I'm a busy person, I'm sure you guys are too. I don't necessarily want to or have the time to call into a brand every time I have a question. I would like to just go to their website, find the information I need there in under a minute, and either make my purchase or track my order and so on. So customers actually really do appreciate self-service functions and being able to, easily find your FAQ page on your website. In Gorgias, we have a whole self-service portal where customers can actually track their own order directly through the chat widget. And this is just something we're able to do because we have that really tight integration with Shopify. So you're not going to be able to do this one with any other help desk out there. And so what that translates into them having a much better customer experience, being that they can just go and help themselves, track their own order, move on with their day, initiate a return or cancel an order ticket and move on, or as well as saving your team time too, so that you're not spending all day long answering where is my order questions. These are things that Gorgias can help your customers take care of themselves. Then you have more time to focus on revenue generating activities, upselling people via live chat or engaging with them on social media, driving them to the website. This is our Gorgias FAQ, and this is just having all the knowledge about your products all in one place for them, easily accessible, really breaking it down into an organized manner so that they can go in and find their information. And again, they're not, hitting you guys up a million times via email or social media or live chat trying to get these answers. They can go find them for themselves in the Gorgias FAQ Center. The second tip is just to have a really great insight into what types of questions that your customers are asking. So are they asking a ton of order status questions? Are you getting a lot of inquiries about damaged items? That could translate into maybe a problem somewhere else in the business, maybe with shipping or in the warehouse and logistics. So having really great insight onto what your customers are asking so that you can come up with templated responses to respond back to those really quickly, but also have really great insight into your business. And you can do this really easily with Gorgias and our machine learning. So our machine learning is built on millions of customer support related tickets. It's very accurate, and it can identify things like order status. So all the different ways someone could ask about the status of their order. It identifies it in 54 different languages. And then you're able to track that on Gorgias so you can see what your customers are asking and really transform your process to be able to respond back to these types of questions as quickly as possible, because you know they're taking up most of your time. My third tip, and would love to hear from you guys in the chat if anyone is doing SMS, or thinking about using SMS. Hopefully everyone says yes, because this is a huge channel, and that is because of the 90% open rates when a brand sends out a SMS message, and a 15 to 20% return on investment when they are engaging with customers via SMS. So being able to engage live with a customer via text is huge, and this also goes for live conversations via chat and Facebook Messenger too. These are people in the moment that are thinking about your brand. They are thinking about buying your product, and if you're able to respond to them right away, in under 10 minutes, you can increase your conversion by 28%. If you wait more than 10 minutes, or even 3 to 5 business days to get back to that potential customer, it's likely that buyer intent is no longer there. They've moved on to a competitor of yours, or they're just no longer interested, and you are leaving money on the table. So highly recommend utilizing SMS, and then as well as when you are being available, or having the process in place to respond back as quickly as possible. And this is just some examples of how this has impacted sales for being able to respond back quickly on these live channels, and how that's impacted sales for some of our customers. This is an example from Black Friday, where we have one brand who has a level 5 of support. Remember, that's a really low first response and resolution time. They're responding to customers in almost under 2 minutes, and their resolution time is 21 minutes. So super impressive. And really what that translated into is an increase in sales of $22,000 in sales for them, which is an increase of 164%. And this can all be tracked via Gorgias in our statistics. I can show you further down in our presentation how that is done as well. My fourth tip is to engage with all your website visitors, with your social media followers. I'm sure you guys have seen this. You've been scrolling through social media, you've seen an ad for an interesting product, there's a bunch of comments there, and then there's like no response from the brand. To me, like, the first thing when I see a social media ad or social media post, like, the first thing I'm doing is checking the comments. And if I see like a brand that's engaging with their followers, I'm much more likely to buy, because I know that if I have a customer support issue, that they are available to communicate with me. Also, as people are commenting, they're following your brand online, they're getting, they're commenting on your post, and then they're getting responses back from you. That is really strengthening the relationship that they have with your brand as well. So my tip is to integrate social media, like Facebook comments here, for example, into your customer support tool, so that you can respond back as quickly as possible to them and engage with every single comment. And that could be a lot of work, going through, all your social media notifications, going through every single post, looking for comments. So Gorgias, we're going to make it a lot easier on you. We're using that machine learning again, and just simple rules and automation set up through Gorgias to identify, okay, here's anything that is, negative. Let's put that all into one bucket. Let's go ahead and deal with those, address those right away, so they're not sitting on the post, hurting your return on ad spend or hurting the performance of your post. We can even simply just hide those altogether from the post, so they're not sitting out there. Here is, your social questions. This is every question you've gotten on all your Instagram, your Facebook posts, both on ad and organic posts. These are people asking about shipping status. They want to know the sizing of a product. They want to know if it's available before they, head to the website and try to make a purchase. So these are really essentially leads for your team to get back to you right away and convert them. And again, if you wait too long, there's chances are they're not going to be as interested. So you want to make sure you're getting back to them as quickly as possible. And then social leads, we can really just segment into a group of like promoters for your brand, people, tagging their friends, leaving love for you on social media, leaving heart emojis. These are just people that, you want to engage with. And again, build and strengthen that relationship with them so that when they do go to make a purchase, your brand is top of mind in that category. Another really helpful, rule and automation that we can do in Gorgias, and a tip from me to you guys, is to really just focus on your VIPs. These are the people that are spending the most money with you in your store. They have the most number of orders, and maybe you have a loyalty program. They're that top tier customer for you guys. So how are you going to know when they message in that this is a VIP unless you just remember them and they've messaged in so many times? You might remember them, but as you scale, how's the rest of your team going to know who is a VIP when they message in? Well, we can easily detect that in Gorgias. So we can create a rule here. Anyone that's spent over $1,000 in your store, or maybe they are a gold tier in your loyalty program, let's automatically identify them as a VIP so that we know when they message in, they're one of our top customers. We can put this into a specific bucket of messages that are just your VIPs. So you can always make sure those ones are dealt with first. We can even set up automations to route anyone that's a VIP to go directly to your top agent or your VIP or your loyalty team so that you know that they're always well taken care of. This is huge for, this was huge for Black Friday just a couple weeks ago. This is huge for the holiday season when you're getting that influx of messages. Like, how are you going to cut through the noise and identify who your best customers are? This is going to be a really easy way to do that. My other tip is to be proactive about your customer support, your customer experience. So, when someone is shopping on your website and maybe they are, they're stalling on a web page, how are you going to engage them? Well, we have chat campaigns in Gorgias that can pop up, if they've been sitting on the website for 20 seconds and they haven't moved on to checkout. We can pop up with things like any customizable messages. So some you might want to pop up with our promo codes. You might want to pop up with like some sizing recommendations, anything to engage with them, get a conversation started with them, so that ultimately you can drive them to checkout or also upsell them too. Because in Gorgias, you can actually see what is already in their cart because of that integration with Shopify. And again, because of the time saved with like the self-service portal, you now have the time to engage with these pre-sale conversations and really focus on converting them and bring in more revenue. This is an example of one of our customers. They have a product here that has a lot of different options of colors, especially with makeup. You can put the swatches on there, but seeing it in person can be pretty different. So offering advice on picking a shade is one way that they engage with their customers pre-sale and really drive in more conversion via live chat. And then we talked about SMS a little bit earlier. So I just wanted to share these quick stats. One of our customers, Olipop, that we work with is really great about this, is just engaging with people via SMS. They respond to every single SMS message, and they do that through Gorgias. And what that translates into is over $63,000 in sales that they've earned, as you can see down here, from one of their campaigns, just by engaging with all of these customers that have responded to their SMS campaigns. And they're able to do that super efficiently because Gorgias helps them prioritize with machine learning. We have automated personalized responses we can do through Gorgias, and also personalized macros, which are templated responses that they can use to easily shoot out responses. And then again, creating macros, which are those templated responses. When you're working with a customer support team, I mean, you don't need to necessarily have like an all-star sales team, but you can help enable them with creating templates for them to use to upsell their customers. So having all this stuff on hand for them to quickly click on a macro, send that out, a product recommendation based on what they're asking about and so on. Having these easily available for them to send out rather than relying on them to constantly type out a customized message every time is also going to have a positive impact on your overall sales. And then my last tip here is to really incentivize your customer support team. It is it can be a profit center for your brand. It doesn't just have to be a cost for you guys. So, anytime someone converts, a pre-sale conversation into sale, you can celebrate that. You can even track that here in Gorgias Statistics. So, what we can do is track anytime they have engaged with someone on your team and then gone on to purchase from your Shopify store, you can actually see that revenue that was generated in Gorgias. And so we actually have customers that are using these statistics to, pay commissions and bonuses to their customer support team. Or at the very least, it is a really great morale boost for them to see that they are actually generating revenue for the brand as well. So just to summarize, using a help desk, and especially one built for e-commerce, is really going to help you guys save money in the long run, because we are automating those really repetitive, questions, those tasks, helping customers help themselves, responding back with personalized auto responses because of our Shopify integration, deflecting tickets overall. You also have unlimited agents with Gorgias too, so everyone in your company can have a seat in Gorgias and it won't affect the cost. So we are saving you money and we are saving you time, which is money as well for you. And then we are also, with that time saved, helping you unlock revenue that maybe earlier before using a solution like Gorgias, you weren't able to spend time, engaging with your social media followers as much as you would like, or you didn't have the capacity to have a live chat on your website because you were so busy answering, shipping related questions. So this is really just the opportunity to unlock, through a really great customer experience, unlock more revenue potential for your brand as well. And then I just want to share these. You guys might be familiar with some of these other apps. Gorgias has over 50 integrations, and really it's going to be the glue that holds your whole customer experience together. So we're pulling in all your customer conversations across all your support channels. We're pulling in every data point from Shopify, so you have that as soon as you open a message from your customer. We're also plugging into your email campaign tools like Klaviyo, or SMS tools like Attentive, or we're pulling in reviews from Yotpo and Akendo and so on. So you have a really great picture of your customer, and you're using Gorgias to engage with them everywhere pre-sale, with your Klaviyo campaigns, to post-sale with reviews that come in through Yotpo, for example. But that wraps up the presentation. I hope you guys got some really good points. We do have time for Q&A, I believe, but would just like to share just some special offers for you guys. If you found that this was something that you want to try implementing into your tech stack, you found a lot of value in some of these tips, we can offer you guys, for being part of Traffic Sales and Profits, your second and third month of Gorgias for free. There's no contract associated with that. There's a 30-day money back guarantee, so you can try it at no risk. And then also I've included this link here. If you'd like to sign up for a 7-day free trial, we can throw that in the chat as well. And then if you do want to take advantage of these offers, just shoot me an email at laura@gorgias.com, and I will mention that you were at this webinar, and I will be sure to add those credits in for you guys. And with that, are there any questions? let's see. Yes, let me get the link in the chat here. How many customers are perfect to begin your service? So I would, at Gorgias, we really look at, the number of versus the number of customers, the number of customer conversations that you are having on a day-to-day basis. So we really look at, anywhere between 10 and 12 conversations per day with customers across all of your channels. That's probably going to be a good time to implement a solution like Gorgias to help you manage all of that in one place. Thank you.
Hey, Laura, I'm just going to help you read the question out of the
Okay.
chat so that you don't multitask. The question was, do we count tickets or just the ones that we respond to?
So we bill a billable ticket to us is just going to be what you respond to. So we'll bring everything from all your channels into one place, but we're just going to bill you for things that you respond to. And it's just going to be that first response, you guys. So if a lot of times you might go back and forth in a thread with a customer, 3, 4, 10 times. We're not going to bill you for each time you reply to them. It's just going to be that first response. And then of course, anything that's like spam that comes in, you can certainly close that. You don't need to be billed for that. You can even set up rules and automations in Gorgias to auto close that for you guys so that you're not even seeing that in your help desk either.
Also, there is a question, how many customers is perfect to begin our service to start using Gorgias?
Yeah, so I would again look at the ticket volume for that versus the number of customers. Everyone's business is different. So I would look at how many customer inquiries you're getting per day. Is it, more than 10 to 12 per day across all of your channels? And again, like, are you experiencing, and if you are getting that many, it's likely you are you experiencing those pain points of, having a million different tools open at all times? Are you, having trouble responding back to customers, in a, within that time frame of less than 12 hours? Or are you even it happens to, especially to a lot of brands, especially when they're first starting off, are you dropping the ball on conversations altogether? Those are all really good indications, I would say better indications that Gorgias would help versus just relying on the number of customers.
Also, Tamara is asking if would this be good for digital download business?
So really a lot of our value, a big part of our value is in that Shopify integration. So I would say for anyone using Shopify, Gorgias is a no-brainer. For other types of businesses, maybe you're not using Shopify, all the, centralizing all your communications from all your different channels, Gorgias can still do that. And as we talked quite a bit, there's still a ton of value in having all your messages in one place. If you're not integrating it with an e-commerce platform, then you can still have everything in one place. You just won't have all that necessarily all that customer data from your e-commerce platform with the ticket along with it.
Also a question, if you have multiple e-commerce sites, can you use one setup or would they need 2 separate accounts? I guess 2 and more.
Yeah, so with Gorgias, you can integrate multiple Shopify stores. We actually have one customer that has like 80 different Shopify stores in their one account. So there's no need to have, 10 different Gorgias accounts to manage all your brands. And we have some really nice features too to help you manage your tickets between each brand as well.
Another question is if we are integrated with Tap Mango or Toast.
That I'm not sure of off the top of my head, but if you shoot me an email, I can find out for you.
Brandolin also, yes, we're able to see your question. Thanks. So he's asking, do you all have a recommended number of agents available on our team to be able to engage and respond to customers quickly, similar to the success stories you showed us?
Yeah. So we have brands that, with one agent that are using Gorgias. We have brands with, hundreds of agents. If you feel like you don't have, that bandwidth for your team to be able to have that really low response time, we do partner with a ton of outsourcing agencies that are trained not only on customer support and, upselling and everything, but specifically on Gorgias too. So if you feel like necessarily don't have that bandwidth to provide that level 5 customer support, I'd be happy to put you in touch with any of our partners who are really great at that.
Kimiko is asking that he's saying that he already has a Shopify store, but not on that volume and traffic. So he's not sure if they need to implement Gorgias at this time to be effective.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question, especially for, smaller brand startups that are just starting out. My recommendation would be I put in a link here in the chat, would be start a 7-day free trial, and you can really test it out for yourself to see if it is saving you, the time. My guess is you also have a lot of other stuff on your plate too. So being able to automate things like where's my order, which can take up, 30% of your overall questions, could be a huge time saver for you.
Shayla is asking if we're integrated with MailChimp.
Yes, I believe we do have a MailChimp integration.
Asking the question, answering the questions about the replays. Yeah, we are recording this webinar and we're going to upload it on our YouTube channel and share with all of you post-event in the next few days. No more questions as I can see here. Brandon, yeah, that was the answer to your question about the number of agents, and Laura just mentioned that it can be one, it can be more. It just all depends on the volume of requests that you have.
I saw a question, any beauty brands on Gorgias? Yeah, we have a ton of beauty brands on Gorgias. I think I had Ilia Beauty in my slide, but we have a ton more. We work with a ton of beauty brands, apparel brands. I'm trying to think, sorry?
Sorry, I was just going to say that Jessica is asking if you have an affiliate link because she sets up systems for her clients.
Yeah, Jessica, we should totally touch base and I can help you set that up. If you want to shoot me an email, we can do that.
Also, question is, what is the monthly cost of Gorgias?
So Gorgias starts at $60 per month. So that is right in that range of like 10 to 12 customer conversations per day. And it's just based on that ticket volume there. So it goes up from there. The cool thing about Gorgias though is there's no contracts. You can upgrade, downgrade plans at any time, especially if you experience like seasonality. This time of year, we have a lot of customers on our higher plans, but then they'll, after the new year, they'll move down back to like our basic level plans too, as needed. And then really cool for you guys for being part of Traffic Sales and Profit is that we can get you your second and third month of Gorgias for free. So if you wanted to get started on Gorgias this month, it's only $60 at minimum, and then you don't have to pay again until March.
That's great news. Also, another question is, can Gorgias reply to Facebook and Instagram DMs?
Yeah, so we pull in comments both on ad and organic posts on Facebook and Instagram. You can also reply to Instagram DMs. You can reply to Facebook Messenger. We also pull in Facebook and Instagram mentions, Facebook reviews. And then last month, we released our Twitter integration too. So we're also now pulling in tweets, replies, Twitter DMs as well too.
Patty is asking if we work with subscription box companies.
We work with a ton of subscription-based businesses. A lot of them use Recharge, for example, and we have a really great integration with Recharge that's really similar to our Shopify integration too. So I would love to learn more about your subscription-based business, see what you guys are using, because I think Gorgias could be a really good fit.
Also, Denise Hood is asking, she's saying that we mentioned using color palettes for products that can't be tested. What about beauty brands like body butters and oils with questions about scents?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so you mentioned using color palettes for products that can't be tested. What about beauty brands like body butters and oils with questions about scents?
Yeah, so I think what you're referring to is when I was showing you guys a slide on our chat campaigns. It's really important to be proactive with your customers on your website versus just reactive and hoping that they ask you a question as they're trying to, decide on which product to buy. So in that case, there was a lot of different shades they had listed for, I believe it was a lipstick, which, in makeup and, skincare and everything, things can kind of vary once you get them in person. So being proactive and offering advice up front to them and a way for them to engage with you and ask you more questions about the product is an easy way to do that through chat campaigns. So you can just identify easily, like, this person's been on, your body butter page for product page for 30 seconds, and they're kind of stalling. Let's pop up with a customized message, and that message is up to you. I offered a few examples of best practices. Some could be like sharing a promo code for them. Some could be offering advice on, what shade to get. So if you have more questions about that and kind of want to discuss what would be best for your brand, we can totally set up a call for that. Just shoot me an email at laura@gorgias.com.
All right, good. Let's see if we have any more questions here. Okay, so this question is, if the store is already integrated with Amazon, eBay, and Walmart, would we be able to reply to the messages on those platforms?
So we actually have a ton of customers like you that also sell on Amazon, eBay, and Walmart. And they do that through integrating, it is a third party and it's called Channel Reply. So I'll throw it in the chat here. And by integrating Channel Reply, they can respond to all of those messages from Gorgias, and they can also see all the order data too, just like you would with the Shopify integration as well.
Yeah, because we're integrated with many partners. So if we cannot do something, our partners can.
Yeah. And for any developers out there, we have an open API, very developer friendly. So if you want to build anything custom on top of Gorgias, you can do that. And we also have an app store for that as well.
The question, can we have other users like the TPL and others that do the fulfilling on the back end?
Yeah, so that's the really, really great part about having unlimited users with Gorgias. If you look at some other help desks out there, they're going to charge you per seat. We know that a lot of questions in customer support are around, shipping and logistics. So it's really important to have like that team in there. In addition to your customer support team, as well as with all of our social media integrations, you're going to want like maybe your social media person, your marketing team in there too. So rather than driving up the price on all those seats that you need, you have unlimited users. So you can give those logins out to essentially anyone in your company.
Pat is asking if we work with Klaviyo.
We work very closely with Klaviyo. We have a really great integration with them. So not only can you respond to Klaviyo campaigns from Gorgias, you can also see what list they're on. You can respond to Klaviyo SMS from Gorgias, and then you can also take your customer support interactions and the data on that, and you can see that in Klaviyo. And then you can also use that to segment your customers in Klaviyo. So a really popular use case is we have CSAT surveys in Gorgias. So you can send out a survey after a customer interacts with you and ask them to rate the experience. And then you can take those responses and build them into lists in Klaviyo. So you can say, okay, these people all rated a really great customer experience. Like, let's capitalize on that. Like, let's send them out like a promo code or something. Or these people reported a really low customer experience. Let's create a win back list. Let's send out a special offer to them so that we don't lose them as a customer and hurt that retention number.
Also, the question is about Twitter. Facebook comments. So would Gorgias pull the comments from Facebook ads specifically?
Yeah, we'll pull in both ad and organic comments up into Gorgias.
Can Gorgias be used with Wix e-commerce?
So we don't have a native integration. Our native integrations with e-commerce platforms are Shopify, Magento, and BigCommerce. That's not to say you can't use Gorgias. Again, we have an open API, so if you wanted to build like an HTTP integration, you can pull in data from there. Or if you simply just wanted to have all your messages in one centralized inbox, there's still a lot of value and time saved in that as well.
Do we work with the community app?
That I'm not sure of. I'm not familiar with that, but if you want to shoot me an email, I can look into that for you.
Jasmine, thank you for sending your questions. So since you can reply to DMs with Gorgias, would this replace the need for ManyChat, or do you integrate with them as well?
So you can pull in like ManyChat responses to ManyChats, and really where that comes in is if they're going through the ManyChat flow and then they type out a response to you versus going through the flow, that message will come into Gorgias, and then you can also see like their previous responses too. So yes, because we integrate with Facebook Messenger, we also will pull in ManyChats if they respond to it.
All right, let's see if we have any more questions. And Lamar, also, if you can hear me, I just, you should be able to turn on your camera and mic. Okay, try again. Meanwhile, if you have any more questions, please drop in the chat.
And if any questions come up later on, feel free to shoot me an email too.
Okay, Lamar is coming here.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Laura. This has been great.
Thanks for putting this together. This was so fun. I'm so glad we got to chat with everyone here. I hope everyone got some really useful tips.
Yeah, I know I did. Hey, guys, if you got some useful tips or some new insight, or you saw a way to do something that maybe you weren't doing, or just functionality you currently don't have, do me a favor and type yes down into the chat. And Laura, while they're doing that, so I just want to be clear, for them to get started, it's a 7-day free trial. So they can get into it, they can check it out, they can integrate it, connect stuff to see how it works. But then also, and we'll drop the link down. Let me see, can I drop that down again now? Kate on my team, can you drop that down in the chat again? So then once they sign up for the free trial, they just have to email you, and then when they go past the 7 days, they email you, and then you'll be able to give them months 2 and 3 for free.
Yep, they get the 7-day free trial through your link. And then if they decide to move forward with Gorgias, which we hope they do, we will ask them to pay the first month. So if you're signing up today, you're paying December, and then you will get the second and third month for free. So you won't have to pay in January, and you won't have to pay in February either. And then the billing will resume in March. So
Awesome.
Really easy way to get started on Gorgias to help you get up and running, especially if you're an early stage brand and just getting launched too. That's going to be super helpful for you guys.
Awesome. And for everybody listening, right, what I want you to think about is literally like how you can make more money by providing better customer support and better customer service. How you can answer people quicker, have faster response times, how you can move them to the products and answer their questions about the products they have so that you can close those actual sales and conversions. And look at how this tool will actually help you do that. So this has been amazing. I love it, right? Jessica said her clients need this. Yeah, my clients do too, right? Literally, that's why so many of our clients are already using it. I saw Dino down the chat, Jennifer down the chat. So many of our clients are already using it. So I can't wait. And thank you again, because like I said, some of my clients are already using it. I saw they learned different things about the functionality they weren't currently using and ways that they can actually integrate to get better and provide better support for their clients and customers.
Awesome. Yep. And that's what we're all about is helping merchants bring that customer support to that exceptional level.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. So again, thank you so much. You guys, we'll have a replay of this. We'll have a link, guys, that we'll send you out. As soon as I get my hands on it, we'll send it out to you to make sure you can watch it in case you came in late. I know we had some people that weren't able to get in, and I know they've been blowing some of y'all up that are in the chat. So don't worry, right? If you got friends that weren't able to actually get in today, don't worry. Just tell them that, hey, we'll have the replay going out, so they will be able to access that, and they'll still be able to take advantage of the offers as long as they kind of jump on it quickly.
Also, just gonna add a little bit. So I just sent the Uber voucher link because there are still some left. So feel free to grab yours. And also, like at Gorgias, we do like DTCX community. That's the community for brand founders like yourselves. And we do a lot of webinars, a lot of in-person events in different cities all around the world. So please feel free to join our community to learn more about all our upcoming events. And thanks a lot for joining in today. We appreciate that.
All right, awesome. All right.
Thank you,
Laura.
everyone.
All right, thanks. All right, fam, have a great day. And we'll have updates and everything inside the TSP group for you. Thank you.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank
Have
you.
a great week, everyone.
And happy holidays.